Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Degenerate Centimeters podcast. I'm your host Jordan. We got Daniel back in the building today, guys.
Hey guys.
Um, Welcome back, Daniel. Um, Go over a quick recap of Thursday's bets. I'm gonna try and speed it up before I get mad about the Seahawks. But anyways, um, Thunder took them at -5.5. Really back and forth game. They ended up winning by 6. Narrowly escaped death there. Toledo +7. Um, I said they had a chance to win the game outright, and they did. Um, Fuck with me, I guess. And then we got good old Geno Smith and the Seahawks putting up 6 points against the Chicago Bears. Took my -3.5. They won by 3. Uh,
Solid.
yeah.
Solid loss right.
I know. I said the Seahawks are fighting for a playoff spot. I hope they don't get it. They don't deserve it.
Yeah, clearly they're not fighting hard
Yeah, you
enough.
put up 2 field goals in a full football game against probably the. I mean, you can make the argument that like the Panthers are worse, but Bryce Young's been looking better. So do what you want with that. But I just I just don't get how you put up 6 points against the Bears, and I don't know off the top of my head, but I feel like that's got to be the least amount of points scored against the Bears this year, and it was for a team fighting for a playoff spot, and that's just disgusting, like horrible. We didn't even need a touchdown to cover, and they couldn't get a third field goal. But still a winning day, 2-1, up point 0.7 units, I believe, as we roll over into
Yeah.
Friday. No college football today, unfortunately. Um, Also, speaking of just the wackiness of today, the Toledo game went to 6 overtimes. That was
Fuck.
yeah,
Did it actually? I didn't
six
see that
overtimes.
game.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
I forget what like the college overtime rules are, but after a certain point, they only go for 2 point conversions. So after that point hit, like we were guaranteed to win because they couldn't lose by 7 anymore. So that was sick. But they ended up winning, like I said they would. But got 3 picks coming up for Friday. Daniel, I know you have an NHL pick, so I'm gonna toss it over to you since we missed you the past couple episodes.
All right, sounds good. Now, so the Christmas break is over, guys. Friday, I believe is today. Yeah, we got a lot of games incoming, but I only have one game that I'm really sure of, and that's the Golden Knights at the Sharks. We're taking Golden Knights -1.5 at +100. Personally, I think it's a steal. Um, Sharks goaltending is, bad. It's always not been great until Mackenzie Blackwood, and then he got traded immediately, and now they're stuck with Georgiev. So, um, not that great of a goalie. In the last matchup between these two teams, the Knights killed the Sharks 7-3, scored a goddamn touchdown on them, and
Dude, that's
yeah, I
more
really
points than
think
the Seahawks scored tonight.
it
Can you
is. It
believe it?
is, man. It's more points than the whole game, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
so just for backstory, Daniel gave me this pick. He was gonna bring it on the podcast yesterday, but we decided just to give it a day later, just to make it easier for like tracking and stuff. I checked
yeah,
the odds prior to today's recording just to see if there was a line change. It's still at +100.
yeah.
I
So
don't know why.
it's a
Who's in charge of
steal, I
that
think.
game?
I
Yeah.
mean, personally, the Golden Knights, they have a lot of great players on their team. Obviously, the Sharks have Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith, so pretty young up and comers, but they just don't have the experience as much experience as the Stanley Cup winning team here. So
Yeah. And I
I'd
mean, we
say,
literally I mean, it's a home game for the Sharks, but we literally saw them go up against the Avs. They had the lead and they still ended up blowing the spread. So
yeah,
once again,
and
House is +100. It's still +100. I don't know who's in
not
charge of
sure.
this game, but they need to be
Let me just check
investigated.
something real quick. Okay. All right. So other than that, we got some side bets. We're gonna take Jack Eichel over half an assist. Bro has 6 assists in his last five. That's what I wrote down in my notes. Um, so yeah, I'd say pretty solid bet. I mean, the guy's been covering it. Seems like just about every game. And then for the second side bet,
No,
My
don't do
goat,
it.
Mac
Don't do it.
himself,
No, no.
for half an assist. Bro has 5 assists in his last 5. So, pretty solid bet. You know, he's covering the spread, or not the spread, but he's covering this bet pretty much almost every game, most likely. So, and you know, they scored 3 goals last time against the Knights, so probably score a few more again. I just think the Golden Knights are probably gonna kill them again, 9-2 or something. That's my prediction.
Yeah, and um, side bet for me actually for this game. During the start of the NHL season, I was slamming the Golden Knights total goals in the first half or first period. Sorry, if it's at one and a
Oh
half,
yeah,
you got to take that.
great
They
bet,
they
great
come
bet.
out
And take
swinging.
the over on any whatever they have for over on goals. Take that. I
Yeah,
think that's safe.
the Sharks don't even need to score in the first period. The the Knights could put up
Pretty
four in the first
much.
if they wanted to. But
So
yeah,
yeah.
good game, good
Um,
price tag as well.
since I only have one pick, official podcast pick, I will give my opinion on some of the other games. Maple Leafs at Red Wings. I think Maple Leafs are gonna win that one. It's kind of hard to say. Red Wings just got a new coach. Oftentimes, teams who fire their coach and get a new one right away honestly do better in their first few games after that. Look at the Bruins, for example. They fired the bald dude Montgomery, replaced him with I forgot who, and then they won like 7 games in a row. So you know, Red Wings have a chance to turn it around here. They haven't been doing too hot. Um, right now they're on a 3-loss streak. Uh, so who really knows? But I'll take the Maple Leafs on that one. Uh, in another game, we'll take Wild at Stars. I'll take the Stars on that one. Personally, money line's good. It's at 175. Cheap bet. Um, these aren't official podcast picks, but just my opinion. Uh, Minnesota seems to kind of crumble against good teams like Dallas. So yeah, that's about all I got for hockey.
Alrighty, so
I'm swinging the rock back over to you.
I'm catching it and dribbling it because we're going to the NBA as there's really not much
Let's
else
go.
going on tomorrow. Well, I mean, so there's a lot going on tomorrow between these two sports. Coming back from break for the holidays and all that stuff.
Speaking of NBA, I told you yesterday to
No,
put
no, you didn't.
Heat money line on the podcast. They were up against the Orlando Magic. Good team, don't get me wrong. But the
Yeah,
Heat
who they
had that
also
game.
just choked a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter too, with like less than a week ago.
Yep, yep. It was at plus 100. I told Jordan,
Shout out
take it,
Tyler Hero though,
please.
for real. I put the
Yeah,
Heat shirt on,
my my other goat,
Yeah.
my basketball goat.
Yeah, shout out Tyler Hero indeed. But first game we're looking at here is the Timberwolves at the Houston Rockets. We saw this matchup already in the NBA Cup. The Rockets won and they covered the spread as well. And this was done on the road in Minnesota. Um, kind of iffy on the injury report. It says Dylan Brooks is out, but his estimated return is December 27th, which is today. Um, Even if he does or does not play, I think I just love the Rockets spot here. In my opinion, the Timberwolves have been very underwhelming this season, considering the deep playoff run they made last year, sitting just barely above 0.500. But in terms of going against the spread here, um, they're 8-7 on the road, and 6-6 as away favorites, which they opened up as for this game for whatever reason. Um, I think now the Rockets are favorited, but I know earlier when I was researching my picks, it was flip flopping back and forth like every 5 minutes. So I think the Rockets are now slightly favored, but it could change back again. Um, Another thing to note is that in conference matchups, they're 9-12 ATS, which is awful. But if you look at the Rockets, amazing record, 21-9 straight up in games this season. They're 19 and sorry, I lost my notes here, guys. 19-11 ATS in this year's regular season, and they are 2-0 as home underdogs, which I think honestly when it comes to game time, that's probably gonna be the line they're sitting at because it keeps changing back and forth. And they are also 10-4 in all home games this season. They're neck and neck in defensive ratings. But we do see the Rockets offense being ranked number 13 in the entire league, and the Timberwolves are all the way at the 23rd rank. Um, how this line opened up as the Rockets catching 1.5 points as home underdogs. Couldn't tell you, but I placed the bet when the Rockets became favored again. But like I said, I do think this line shifts back for Minnesota for whatever reason because it keeps flip flopping. Um, so we're taking the Rockets at -1 for 1.1 units. I think they take this game down. Definitely way better against the spread in all aspects of this game. And I think we get a very lackluster performance from Minnesota as well. And, if Dylan Brooks does come back tomorrow, I really think that the Timberwolves stand no chance. He dropped 26 points on them last time they played. And as goofy as that guy is, he can play defense. So yeah, I think the Rockets win uh, pretty easily too. I could see this being a double-digit win at home, especially. And then moving on, we have the Cavaliers at the Denver Nuggets. Um, we saw this matchup once again not too long ago on December 5th. Cavs also won and covered. This was at home though, worthy of noting, I guess. The Cavs still have the best record in the NBA, 26-4, and they have been great against the spread this season. And non-conference matchups are 5-1.
5-1.
On the season overall, they are 21-9 and an 8-4 on the road. Amazing numbers. I mean, it's what you expect to see from a team that's 26-4, 30 games into the season. And also, the Nuggets just played tonight, and they lost to the Phoenix Suns. This is just not a good matchup to be playing on a back-to-back. The hottest team in the NBA, both this straight up and against the spread. And if you want to look at the Nuggets against the spread this year, 11-16-1 on the regular season, and 5-6-1 at home. And yeah, I mean, I really, what more justification you need than that to take the Cavs here? They're only catching 2.5 points as favorites. I think they beat them by double digits again, like we saw earlier this month. So to wrap up our Friday night's action, we've taken the Cavaliers at -2.5 for 1.1 units. And before I get into the recap, Daniel, anything else you wanted to add?
I take my opinion back about the Maple Leafs. Honestly, I'm taking Red Wings at +124. Me personally, I'm gonna put down like $2 on it
Bang.
and see how that goes. I think it's a good idea.
Sick. You know, guys, you know, if you're betting dollars, it's fine. You gotta build up the bankroll somehow. You know, not all of us have $1,000 just to load up into the.
I like my $2 bets, man. I make 8-leg parlay,
Yeah,
all
of course.
underdogs,
Hell yeah.
one to win $18 million.
Yes. Also, guys, expect our first Freaky Friday episode coming soon.
Oh
We'll,
yeah.
we'll give some more lore on that when it comes down to it. But yeah, definitely nothing like you've seen on this podcast before. But that's
No.
gonna do it for Fridays. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I just said it's gonna be insane.
Oh
20
yeah,
to win 700, guys.
yeah, it'll be awesome. All right, that's gonna be it for Friday's slate. Just to recap really quick, Rockets -1. If you can catch them at plus points, slam it. For 1.1 units, taking the Golden Knights at -1.5 against the San Jose Celebrinis for 1.1 units.
Oh my god.
And then we're gonna be taking the Cavaliers to beat up on the Nuggets in Denver. -2.5 for 1.1 units, 3.3 units in play. Love to have another winning day and close out this month strong. We'll see you guys for college football playoffs on Saturday.
Shout out Pokemax Vegas.
Yeah. All right. See you guys in the next one.